Still getting together.
What we do? Where are we? We starting the show?
And it is live. We are
I'm so
live.
glad I know you, baby. I'm so glad I know you, baby. I'm so glad I know you. I'm so glad you're mine.
Let's make sure our destinations are.
I'm so glad I know you, baby. Yeah, I'm so glad I know you. Hey.
Make sure everything is good right quick.
It ain't jamming?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna look. Just keep working and talking to the people if you would.
Hey, I'm so glad I know you, baby. I see somebody over there.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good now, I think.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm so glad hello, Star Bolden. I'm so glad I know you. I'm so glad I know you, baby. Oh, it's so good to see y'all. I'm gonna sing this song and all the songs from this latest album until all of us get tired of it. And I pray that you don't get tired. I'm looking at myself. I kind of look like, I'm not sure what I look like. Just bald face. It is a blessing to be bald faced, nigga. Hey, 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 I'm so glad Come on, say it, Dane. I'm so glad
What am I saying?
know you, baby. I'm gonna tell you in a second.
I'm gonna take a
I'm so
drink.
glad you could welcome everybody to the Hey Sunshine Show while I'm playing the background music. You mind doing that? Because we have not done that since we came back. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, bringing to the stage right now, wearing a Kamala Walls 2024 sweatshirt, Avery Sunshine.
Did you hear how the music it changed when I came on stage? The vibe and everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look though, super happy to see y'all. Glad y'all are all here.
those buttons, you love those buttons, don't you?
I love them. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm behind because I had another piece to show everybody. I was working on my
okay.
Lego, but it's upstairs. I know you're not gonna wait for me to run upstairs and get that.
No, we're here now.
I'd be out of breath by the time we come back.
That would be rude. We don't want to do that to the people.
I will at least
But
hold
hello to our team that's with us every week.
Hello, everybody. We're so glad to see y'all, family.
Yep. Siri, Passion, Yvette, Carla,
Yes,
Cash.
y'all. Yes.
And then hello to everybody.
All our new folks. Hello.
Yeah, to all the new folks, man. This is the Hey Sunshine Show.
There's Johnny.
Yep, Johnny, what's happening? Johnny, what's happening? What's happening? What's up, Terry? I see you. Hello,
Terry?
hello. But yeah, this is the Hey Sunshine Show. It's a place where we come and kind of just get to hang out with you guys a little bit and interface and talk about some different things. I have some definite things I want to talk about this week.
I want you to go ahead. First, though, before you say anything, I need everybody to know, I was scuffling looking for my Kamala T-shirts, and y'all, I bought as many as I could, and I said I'm wearing one every week but it turns out I've worn them so much they're all in the hamper.
Nice.
So you got some work to do. The point is, I found this one though. We went to an event in Atlanta a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And they gave these out, so I just took it and put it over my sweatshirt because I'm always cold down here. But it's great. And it says Kamala Walls and happy voter registration day, everybody.
Yeah,
and might I add, if you are not registered, I know all y'all are, but if you're not, y'all know where to go. We'll put it in the put it over there just in case y'all don't know. But those of us who are registered, just go ahead and check and make sure everything is lined up properly. Because there was some funny business going on here in Georgia where they were unregistering people. So just go ahead and make sure your stuff is jamming. I would. And I did.
Some jankiness in Georgia. There's a website that they have set up where you could not check your voter registration, but you could remove yourself, and all you really need was your name and date of birth.
Yeah.
And you can remove
And
yourself.
you're in the county.
In the county.
And that's it.
And you could remove yourself, or
someone else
could help you remove yourself. I'm not even gonna say it out loud, but
yeah.
But
and my cousin, I'll be cutting you off. My cousin Carla Beaver was like checking For the yes, check for the family.
Mm-hmm.
If they're aunties or uncles or nieces and nephews who aren't thinking about it,
Right.
just check for them and go ahead and do that because we got to make something happen.
Absolutely. You gonna model the shirt? Avery is wearing a 2024 vintage Kamala Walls shirt with the sweatshirt gray and the blue Kamala with the lined up walls.
The lined up walls. Can I tell you something funny, y'all? I just thought of my dad. I used to wear my dad's T-shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he would be so mad because after he would wash the clearly, my dad was the one who washed the clothes of the house.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It's like a guy thing or something. You guys like washing clothes? What is that?
I don't necessarily love washing clothes, but
you take pride in it. I think it's great.
Yeah, there is something a little bit relaxing about folding. And one thing that you will notice when you're washing and folding clothes, nobody will mess with you. You definitely have a little time to yourself.
It's the truth. That's how you get your break from me.
Yeah.
Well, let me finish telling a story. So I would get Daddy's shirts, and Daddy would get the shirts back, and he would be fussing when he put his shirts on. He would say, "Denise, would you stop wearing my shirts? Because every time I get them back, they got titty spots in them."
Titty spot? Oh, like they stretched out?
They're titty print.
Nice.
That's what he said. We were off color. The point is, it was funny to me.
Yeah.
But there was something about wearing my dad's clothes. I couldn't wear my mom's clothes, but I would wear Daddy's T-shirts.
Nice.
I felt connected to my dad that way.
I think that's beautiful.
It is. I miss my daddy. God rest his soul. Can I get some bells for that? That's a horn, sir.
That one. I'm sorry, it was the wrong one.
Scared the shit out of somebody with that.
That was the wrong one. Yeah, so something that, first of all, let's talk about what we did this past week.
What did we do this past week?
We played in, where did we play? We played in...
Two different places. One of them was the Annapolis. We played the Annapolis Songwriters Festival. They didn't tell us it was the Songwriters Festival. I mean, till afterward. The point is, we were so glad to be invited. And we did that. Anthony David did the show with us.
Yeah, with Anthony David, who is
great.
An amazing writer and a good friend of ours.
Do you know we had some folks drive down from Chester, PA? Y'all, we had folks drive down from Chester, PA, my hometown. I didn't know about it until later. Arlene Waters, some of my folks. I hate that I didn't see you. And then we got up and we flew to Chicago and did a show with Brian Culbertson, which was absolutely amazing. Can I ask you all something? If we did a Sunshine Weekender.
Yeah.
Like
the Sunshine Getaway.
The Sunshine Getaway. Would you guys do that? If I invited my favorite artists, of course I would host and run my mouth a little bit. I would perform, but we'd start off and it would be small, but would y'all do that? And we did it. We found a nice hotel with great sound and what you think?
Yeah,
and we call it the Sunshine Weekender. Tara J, I know. Listen, and we gon'.
Yeah, we're talking about it and figuring it out. But Brian Culbertson does the Jazz Getaway. He's been doing it in Chicago for the last few years. I think they're moving it to Napa. I think he said for at least for the next year. But I think it's a really cool way to just kind of everybody get to meet and talking to some of our and obviously Brian's fans that were there. Everyone said it was so great because we come year after year and you meet people and you become lifelong friends and kind of like what we're doing. It would be kind of like doing this in real life, and it would have some guests and some
Siri, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Arizona, are they doing Arizona? I think and Wood, Yolanda McFadden. This is what I'm talking about. So I think that's something that we are. I've been talking about this with Dana for some years, and just haven't. I don't know. I think it's time to do it though.
Yeah, I think we need to start thinking about it. It'll take probably a year and a half to plan.
But we're gonna speak it. We're gonna hashtag the Sunshine Weekender.
Right.
Yeah, for real. The Sunshine Weekender.
Yeah.
You said Arizona, we'd be driving.
Yeah, but Arizona is actually really set up nice for that kind of stuff with those resorts. Yeah, but we're thinking Nashville, because there's so much to do there. There's an amazing African American Music Museum there, the the National Museum of African American Music is there. And but at any rate, we'll figure it out. Definitely drop some sons if you would come hang with us, man. And we're gonna start working on that soon.
Can I want to start this segment, and we haven't done the little overlays and stuff like that. But we're gonna get that. But I'm starting a segment called Radishes and Roses. Give me a bell. Maybe that's not the right sound.
Okay,
but no, it's fine. Don't do that horn.
What?
Don't do that horn. No, that's after.
I just needed that. I got it set up. See.
So I want to do a segment called Radishes and Roses,
Okay.
and we give out roses
Okay.
to someone and to someone who's done something amazing, whether someone you know or you don't know.
Sure.
And you give radishes to the people who have not done something amazing. They've done quite the. Well, yeah. If you're gonna give somebody a bouquet, I'd rather have a bouquet of roses rather than radishes.
Okay.
You
Some
wanted
people
somebody gave you that?
I kind of like radishes, but go ahead though. I do.
For the sake of the segment,
I got it.
sir.
No, it sounds good. I feel you. Go ahead.
All right. So, tell me something. Would you do a? I'd like to give roses to. I think you said it. The TSA, Atlanta TSA. They're getting better.
Yeah. You know, I feel like
They're getting better.
the TSA, the last couple of TSA experiences have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
They're getting better. They also get radishes though, because they
You giving them radishes too?
They get a radish and a rose, a rose and a radish, because they do be mean, but they've been nicer. You know what I mean?
They have been nicer.
They've been getting a little bit
But
nicer.
you
which I
gotta keep in mind, you people coming through the airport, you know, and it's confusing. They said Hartsville is absolutely bonkers if you're not familiar with it. Y'all name some airports that you've come through that have been absolutely confusing. Because they say Atlanta is one. It doesn't feel, well, clearly because we live here.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's confusing and jacked up. I love it.
Yeah.
I guess, you know.
Yeah. Someone said, do we have clear? We do.
Yes, we do have clear.
We do have clear.
But somebody.
Something happened, and somehow, I don't know how, someone didn't renew my TSA pre-check, so I'm currently without TSA pre-check. But
So you can give me a radish. Go ahead and give me a radish for not renewing your TSA pre-check.
Well, I know
because guess what's amazing?
What's amazing?
Mine was renewed.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not gonna be. I ain't gonna be there.
But we were talking about airports that are confusing. I remember the Mexico City airport as being a little bit confusing, and
I've
it had
never
that.
been there.
Yes, we have. We've had layovers there, and it has that weird food court, and it's like kind of like Taco Bell, but then not Taco Bell, or sort of McDonald's, but not McDonald's, and it's kind of like a bus station vibes. At least that's how it felt to me at the Mexico City. I don't remember now. We've been to Japan a couple times. I'm always so sleepy when I arrive.
Japan was great.
That I don't remember what the airport was like. I don't remember.
Cash said Phoenix was the worst.
I know I've been there. I can't remember Phoenix's airport. I will say this. I can see now. We often see people at the Atlanta airport. Like we that's our airport. I know that airport. I think I know virtually every nook and cranny of the airport because we're there so much. But I often see people
turned
say,
around,
lost and turned out. They just be walking in circles. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a big airport. There's a lot of people. And I can imagine if you had never been there. Like the lady was like this. I do want to take the train. You know, the old lady I was talking about, and I ended up helping her. But
you didn't carry her bags.
I didn't touch her bags.
Don't do that. Don't you do that.
But yeah, Atlanta's my favorite. Probably, well, it's the one I'm most familiar with. I think airports that, now I will say this, an airport that I used to didn't like is so much better now.
Used to didn't like
Used to
is
didn't.
great.
Once you turn 50, you could say used to didn't.
Used to didn't. No,
Yeah.
continue, baby, because I know what you mean.
I used to didn't like LaGuardia in New York. But they put a
They
kit
put a
on
kit
it.
on it.
Oh man, it's
Yeah,
killing.
they did it.
It's cold
it's
now.
really-
It feel like Lenox Mall or something. It's kind of cold blooded.
All right. Who do you give your for the segment? Because we just completely gone to the left. You got to give some roses and some radishes.
I give roses to anyone that works in service that goes out of their way to be nice. Like, and that's my thing now, like at restaurants or when somebody goes above and beyond, I always stop and be like, thank you for being nice. Thank you for, or anybody that's working in a service type space, flight attendants, you know, because a lot of people just, niceness is like, I don't know if it's in style anymore. Like niceness is, I think, the coolest thing that you can do. I give radishes.
Shannon Sharp.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I just thought you were going to say that. I just figured you were going to say that.
no.
We have to talk about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give radishes to people that break into cars.
Oh, there.
People
Yes.
that bip cars.
I'm sorry. Teach me what?
In the Bay Area, they call it bipping. It's like a thing that they do it in the Bay Area. I'm not even sure why, but bipping is a thing, like just breaking in, stealing whatever they can. Sometimes they will steal your phone charger. I don't even know why, but it happens here in Atlanta or in Georgia quite a bit because Georgia is a concealed carry state. You do not have to have a license.
How do we know that?
Well, I have a concealed carry license. So
Did you get yours? They gave you yours? Remember?
Yeah, no, I got mine. Yeah, I got it. It's in my wallet.
Oh,
right
it just
now.
took a really long time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you did
But
get it.
I have a license, but you don't have to have a license to conceal carry. So a lot of people have firearms in their cars. So a lot of people break into cars here looking for firearms, and that's how a lot of young people are getting firearms now. So all that to say, people that break into cars get radishes, man. That's like the most sucker thing to do to me. I think use a mark if you break into cars.
Spell
like
mark.
that. Mark. I don't even know how to spell it.
But use a mark if you break into a
Use
car.
a mark if you break into a car. That's just the lowest form. If you're gonna be a criminal, at least, I mean, don't. It's just something I want to talk about is all of the fallen heroes.
Wait. So we finished that segment. So that ends our segment of radishes and roses. We got to work on it.
Yeah,
we got to work on it.
Yeah.
It's rusty. We're going to work on it. That ends our
The
segment.
rusty radish.
Can't call it that. But yeah, we're going to work on it. It's going to get better than that. And then we'll take suggestions and stuff about who, because you still kind of skirted over Shannon Sharp being, getting all 4 or 5 bouquets of radishes.
Yeah, that Shannon Sharp thing was interesting to me for multiple reasons. Like, I'm a marketer at heart, right? So I look at everything that happens in the stream of like that happens even on social media, certainly television, even the news, and places that we don't think that people are marketing or at least selling an agenda. And they are. Shannon Sharp has learned how to work the media and created his own lane. And, I think he also realizes there's certain things that he can do to make people watch his show or get people's attention or get the attention of the news. And he did it. He had everybody's attention for 3 or 4 days. Now, why? Now, listen, to go live on Instagram, I will just say this. It's several steps. It's not just like, ooh, I'm live,
So listen,
and I didn't realize it.
I don't know how our son would know, but our son said, Ma, no, it's easy. You could just slide over and hit it, and the next thing you know, you're live. It doesn't seem that easy to me, but he said it is absolutely possible to do. Do y'all think it is absolute? We just all want to know who Michelle is. But listen, though, do y'all think? No, talk. No, do you think that is possible?
So I'm going to see what it takes to go live. So
there are a couple of steps.
you got to hit that. and then
let everybody see what you're hitting. Show
Well,
'em, I mean, because we know, right?
Yeah, so no, I'm just doing it. So you got to hit the thing, and then it goes to one screen, and you have to choose live,
Yeah.
and then you hit that button. Oh, no, so actually.
No, wait a minute. If you are on Instagram,
So if you're on Instagram.
let's say you leave your phone on Instagram,
So
right?
you're on Instagram.
And you're scrolling.
And you hit the plus button, right?
Oh, you hit the plus button.
Yeah, you hit the little plus right there, boom. And then you're on this screen.
No, that's too hard. No, that's not what you do.
What do you do?
Those of you who know, you do it like this, right? You can go whoop, and there it is. You see that?
Oh, okay.
You just swipe. You can, now that I agree with, you can just swipe over.
I didn't know that.
But that means it would have had to already be on live for him to kind of bump it or something.
Right.
I just, and again, we don't have to litigate this. I'm just saying, I think that there is a space where guys who are hyper masculine, who feel like their sexuality is coming into question, where they feel like if they hear people say something about it one too many times, they have to prove that they are straight.
Yeah.
Because it's like, come on, why would your phone even? To me, I feel like he was trying to prove something. And God bless him, I'm not judging him. He did it on purpose. I really believe, because too many people have been talking about it. And again, forget don't nobody care. They act like they do. People act like they do, but don't nobody care who's doing what.
And listen,
yeah, I ain't buying it either.
And whatever you
ain't buying it.
Whatever you are, you have the choice to be that, you know what I mean? And that's amazing. But I do, it just seems like.
You know what, Yolanda? Please put that up there for everybody to see. That booty clap went pop, it went live.
Oh man. Hey, but
I don't know.
I was intrigued and also creeped out about it. It just seemed
I didn't listen.
No.
Yeah,
like I watched I didn't watch. Yeah, well, I listened to or watch or whatever. Maybe 10 seconds of it. And I was like, this is weird. But I think it's like, so back in the day,
y'all see me working to let him talk because he can be verbose. So, but I'm working not to talk over him. So if you see me do that, I'm gonna do like Kamala did.
And yet, he still did it. No, and everybody has had that situation where you thought you hung up the phone and you actually didn't. So I guess this is just a new version of that. But it does seem a little dubious to me. You know what I mean?
I had a thought about, we were talking about when you said listening to it. It kind of grossed me out to listen to it because it's so private. I don't want to see or anything. So I was talking to my sister earlier this week, and we were talking about movies that we watch. And if the sex scenes are too graphic or too long, the older we get, we're kind of like, I get it. You can get it. The 3 seconds, I know what y'all did. Do you feel like that too? Like, I don't have to see the entire shebang in order to get it? But there was a time in your life where you're like, they got to show the entire shebang for me to get it. But now you're like, I don't want to see all that.
I don't remember how I used to be. I think that now, that's probably just being older, but I don't, sometimes there's some shows that just have gratuitous, like, all right, we get it. Okay. Make me feel good. It's like,
that was, that was a movie, Monsters Ball. That was one where I was like, we get it. I didn't need to see all that. I never watched the movie again.
Yeah, that one, it was a lot. It was, I think it's like a shock value thing more than like it's communicating something. I think there's art, and then there's like, I just want to get your attention or shock you or shake you up.
Yeah.
And I think we have a plethora of that these days, you know what I mean, where it's stuff that is just like, all right, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. I mean, and to your point, everything is like that. There's just so much of everything. Yeah, you read some of these comments too? Yeah. These comments, y'all. Yes. Yeah, timber the extra for no reason.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old, but Yeah, I mean, even on TV, regular TV, it's surprising.
Can I say what I love? Linda, I got to go back up because Linda, just back to Shannon for 2 seconds where she said apologizing and bragging at the same time. And there's something we used to, a word that we created when people complain about something, but they're really bragging. Oh man, I gotta get up early for this flight, and I gotta go to 4 states before I get in 4 countries.
Man, I just got back from London, man. I gotta turn around and go right back to Paris, man. It's just
so we
crazy.
call that come bragging.
Come bragging, like you're complaining, but you're really bragging.
So what would you call apologizing and bragging at the same time?
Apolobrag? I don't know.
Apollo bragging?
Brag-pauling? Brag-apologize?
Brag-gizing.
Brag-agize.
Brag-agize. It's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, but I think...
Do you remember that one word that Grandpa made up?
Yeah.
It was so good. You remember it?
Yeah, but
what was it?
We won't do that because I think, hey, Dad, I think my dad is watching.
Grandpa is probably laughing with us right now.
No, my dad, we were somewhere and we were in Oakland. I think they had come to hang out at Yoshi's. And what was it?
Rejuvenized.
Oh, yeah, I said, man, how'd you sleep? My dad said, man, I really feel rejuvenized. I was like, I feel that. I know exactly what that means.
We talked about this before. If you know what I mean, does it really matter if I add more syllables? Does it really matter if you know what I mean?
I don't think so. I always tell the story that like I took a class. I went to Morehouse College. I was a business major, and there was an entrepreneurship class, and different business professionals from Atlanta and outside of Atlanta would show up. In this particular time, there was this older gentleman, and he was in construction, and he talked with a very thick Southern Atlanta accent, and like some of, maybe not always, everything wasn't conjugated out the right way. And, and of course, I was a few minutes late to class, so I didn't get the full introduction initially. So I'm just watching this older gentleman talk about construction, and halfway through it, I realized it was Herman J. Russell. Just Google Herman J. Russell. He, I think, was a billionaire probably when he passed away. But he wasn't conjugating everything out. But he had one of the biggest construction companies, certainly in Georgia, and one of the at that time, and maybe even now, the biggest black construction company. Mm-hmm. They built the Atlanta airport.
Mm-hmm. Kitty said, please, you see Kitty up there, Letha? Make your words colorful.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that comes from our need to prove that we are intelligent, that we are smart, it's like, you don't have to do that, but we get it. As a people, we had to do that. We had to show, we felt like we needed to show everybody,
I think English is
What is it again?
English? How do you say it? English? You're about to do it, just think.
I just thought I like how you talk. You put an upside down E after the G, which was great. You went English.
English. Okay. English. I think English in general. When you go to England, you realize how much slang they use, how much colorful vocabulary. There's words for stuff that I don't know if that's in the dictionary, but they got their own slang that, and again, I don't know. I think the English language. How you say English language?
Why you gotta like you doing a key, like you starting a car?
English.
Do it again.
I mean, like you turn a knife a little bit.
Oh God! Oh, yeah. Why you gotta turn a knife?
So listen.
Rest in peace to Tito Jackson.
Yep. James Earl Jones. And before I let you.
Oh God! Oh man!
It's crazy that. I was talking to someone. It's like, man, we're losing so many people. Is it that? Or are we just at an age where we're losing the people that were iconic, as we were growing up? Because, like, you think about it, our parents were losing people too. But if you say, oh, man, Catfish Jenkins died. You know, he was the dude that he's like, I don't know who that is. But now these are people that are in their 70s and 80s that were icons to us.
And then we think even closer to home for us, our music community has lost, y'all, so many people.
Yeah.
From a young man by the name of Sean Martin to
Right, exactly.
Our buddy who played sax with Robert Glasper.
Yes.
So too many names, too many people really to name.
Yeah.
But I'm always reminded, we both are, that we got to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we simply do not know what the next moment is going to be like. So you got to live. Mommy said, as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna live.
Life is for living. I will say this too. Like as musicians or people in the arts, like there's a lot of celebratory type behavior. We work hard, but like life is a celebration, and before you know it, you can be celebrating a little harder than you thought you was gonna celebrate, and that does happen to us. We have to be sure to take care of ourselves, not overeat, overdrink, over whatever else you might do.
And if y'all don't mind, can y'all just write in here now, one thing that you are thankful for in regard to your life? Can y'all fill up the thread with one thing that you are thankful for?
Mm-hmm. Just one? Could it be more?
It could be more than that.
Yeah.
But I was forced to pay attention to some blessings that I had not acknowledged. Mm-hmm. Listening, having a conversation with someone.
Right.
And I stopped in the moment and said, shame on me for not giving thanks for being able to have a job where I'm not stressed out.
Right. Yeah, here they're coming in.
They're coming in.
Yeah.
Peace. Johnny said peace.
Yep, that's a good one.
Peace is amazing. My right mind, I said that today. It's like, we wake up because everybody ain't in it.
Right.
Folks need a pill to make it happen. And no judgment, but that is a real thing. Some of us do.
Right.
And look, shoot, you know, beautiful, supportive communities, friendships, daughters. Listen, talk about changing your views on life. Our kids, they bring a level of sobriety to our thoughts.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the truth. Wait a minute, Johnny, let me tell you something. Johnny said, thankful for having two jobs.
Two jobs.
That you love.
Yeah.
Two? Now listen, Evan might see this video at some point, but y'all know our baby boy, he tours with us. And we were like, Sweet Pea, okay, so we want you're going to have to get another job because you have to move out. So he found a job. He gets this job and he says, he comes home every day. What you say, long-headed? Mm-hmm. How you come home long-headed?
Work 6 hours today.
There are no windows at my job, Mom. There are no windows. Well, there are a couple of things that I suggest. You could get another job, or you could just change your whole perspective and thank God that you have a job to go to.
Yeah.
Right now, you got a couple of jobs. But, I'm talking about him, but it's just a reminder to me to be thankful for. Listen, Ashley, she said she attended her 20th class reunion. She didn't realize how many of her classmates had passed away. Y'all, that's real.
Yeah.
So, Rob, don't do this.
Hey, but you know what though? I will say in defense of, what generation is these younger folks, man?
Because what are we? What generation are we?
I think we're X.
I am so confused about all that.
I think we're Generation X, then that's like 1970 to like 80 or something like that, 1970s and 80s. But with all that said, like, I think they have a lot of stimulation and a lot of like showing what is like, this is what I got, and blah, 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 blah. I think it's almost considered, you almost consider like a square if you got a job where you got to work and And so all that to say,
Do you remember feeling like, I don't know, I was 18 when I left home, so being at home and working wasn't really a thing for me. I don't remember being an adult living with my parents. So I think that's the piece for us that is really bizarre.
yeah.
That, we got grown people in here. It's just, I don't know how to do that.
I feel like the transition from kid to grown up is a little more definite. When we were growing up.
Was.
It was. And even more so, like my dad said, he graduated from high school, like on, say, the graduation was Friday.
Yeah.
He was like, Sunday, his mom was like, so it's Sunday. So Wednesday, by Wednesday,
we're Gen X.
Okay, we're Gen X, right. Somebody said, we're 1965
65
to
1980.
is Gen X, yeah.
Okay.
And, but yeah, my grandmother said to my dad, like, so, by it's Sunday today, by Wednesday, you got to figure out what you're doing. You either got to move out and get you a job, or you can go to the military.
No, wait a minute. How many days?
He said, I graduated on Friday.
Uh-huh.
It's Sunday. He said his mom was like, so by Wednesday.
Shoot!
You got to figure out what's happening. You can go to the military, or you can go work down at the shipyard, or go do something, but you need to kind of be out. And that's what he did. He went to the military. So for us, it was like, okay, I went away to college. And at that time, there was no, hey, FaceTime. Hey, Mom, how do I do? No. I talked to my parents maybe twice a month, maybe 2 or 3 times a month on a payphone in the hallway.
It's the truth.
If I had enough quarters, if I had enough money to call them, because long distance cost a lot of money.
Do you remember before Drew moved out, our oldest kid is out doing her thing. We're so proud of her. I mean, just being a grown-up. But before that happened, we told her, you got to get out. And you're going to have to go because we can't have all these grown people in here because it just don't work. And it just ain't right. And she said, and I think you said, we've got to push the bird out of the nest. You said something about birds out of the nest, right?
Yeah.
And she came home from work that day. Long-headed. So I was at work today. I walked outside during lunch, some of my friends and I looked down on the ground, and there was a dead baby bird. You want to see the picture? I was like, nah, not really. I mean, you still got to get out. But it was ironic, though.
Yeah.
It was a dead baby bird. I did finally look at the photo.
Yeah, but I think these kids don't have a clear path to, and the other thing is, when I remember after my freshman year, we got an apartment, a 3-bedroom apartment in a decent area in Atlanta was $630.
Wow.
3 bedrooms, $630. So $220 or $210 a piece. There were 3 of us. And we was in the game. There's nothing like that anymore. Like a decent apartment in Atlanta, 3 bedrooms is probably $3,000 probably.
Listen, Maya and I, one of the place we moved into, we were seniors, super seniors maybe, yeah. We moved in the spot on South Cobb Drive in Smyrna. And the spot was $800 a month for a townhouse. So we had an upstairs and a downstairs for $800. I remember, I feel like I sound like our parents when they say, you remember when a loaf of bread was a half a nickel?
Yeah.
The gas at QT, I'm telling you, there was a day that it was 39 cents a gallon.
That was a mistake though, right?
No, at that time, I mean, when we were, 20, 21?
Yeah, I remember gas being 79 cents, 89 cents.
Almost 30 years ago.
Yeah,
almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It was, I don't even know what gas costs now.
It's
because
like $3.40.
I'm kind of being a smart aleck because you know why?
Because you're so blessed. I think your Fed kid's coming back up. Go to the 4. so blessed that you don't even know what a gallon of gas costs. How much does a loaf of bread cost?
I don't know because I don't eat bread anymore.
Well, of course.
Because I done got older, and some stuff it just you don't do right. If there's anybody, can I see a hand? If there's anybody else who can, you get to a certain age and this stuff, I love a burger. I can't eat burgers anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do bread. It just doesn't do right.
Yeah, bread is, yeah.
Do you know what I would love? We're going to Italy in November. Did you say a blessing again? So we're going to Italy at the end of November, and I want to eat some pasta.
So here's the thing, though.
The ingredients are absolute. We're starting absolutely milk. Ooh.
Yeah, milk don't do me right either.
If I have some milk, if I look at a gallon of milk, he'll have a hard time.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be right for you, bro. If I had,
You know what? I will say, yeah, milk doesn't do me right at all, but not for the reason. If I drink milk, or eat ice cream or cheese, then my whole side will be stopped up. I'll be so like,
how you sound?
have a big mouth, everything be stopped
no.
up. It's bad. It's bad. Milk is bad. But you were saying in Europe though,
Yeah,
food is different.
absolutely.
It
absolutely is.
Like I wouldn't necessarily eat milk there, but like bread and I feel like, and I'm not anti-American at all, but I will say I think that governments outside of America, particularly in Europe and UK and places, and even Africa, they regulate the food to keep them from putting all this BS that if you look at the ingredients on some of your favorite things that you eat, and some of that stuff you can't pronounce it, much less should you be eating it. And so much of our food has like BS in it. So
I was gonna say, and go to a different country and see the stuff that you won't find. Remember we were in Indonesia and they lactose is a hater.
Yeah.
They said you will not find it. Was it that red dye?
Yeah, there's just so many things
It's
that are
illegal.
Do you know that Skittles are illegal outside of the United States? You can't get Skittles except for in the United States and maybe Japan.
Can I say
and
this?
China.
I'm probably about to say something so horrible.
What?
So I won't say it. I want to. We have a family member who freaking drinks Skittles juice. There's a thing.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
Now you know you can't find Skittles juice at Whole Foods. Skittles juice. It's just red. It's just like
That don't even sound like something.
it's wrong. I just want to just slap it. I want to take the bottle and just.
Yeah, who?
I can't tell you. It just breaks my heart.
Yeah, Skittles juice to sound like.
What is some stuff that you used to eat though that didn't affect you the same way? Like now it is. I mean, all bets are off.
Cheese. I love
Pizza.
cheesy stuff. Pizza.
Oh.
The biggest thing, Mexican food.
Drinking
Mexican
sugar,
food,
exactly.
Mexican food is such.
What was the bell for, babe?
Oh no, it was just.
You just felt like doing it?
Yeah,
That was nice.
They know. Mexican food is one of my favorite foods, but I had to kind of more or less give it up, like, because it don't hit the same without the cheese.
we keep some guac.
Yeah, well, of course, yes.
And we found that nice we've traded in our spicy food for your, what's that stuff, that bitchin' sauce that you like? That's really nice.
Oh yeah.
It's like, but it's nuts. It's made from nuts.
Yeah, it's like a creamy kind of dip kind of thing, but it's made. But you know what? Like vegan cheese non-dairy cheese.
No, you don't want that.
It don't hit the same. I could deal with non-dairy ice cream, non-dairy cheese. Just don't even do it. It stank. It don't even. It just ain't.
Man.
It ain't right.
Nasty work.
Yeah, nasty work. Vegan cheese, horrible.
Try to put it in the microwave and see what happens.
Stank. They make it stank on purpose, and it's so processed. You might as well
eat some
eat
Velveeta.
some cheese. Yeah, just go ahead and Velveeta.
Now what I will say if you're going to have a burger, and I can't anymore, but if I'm going to have one, I need American cheese on it because nothing melts the same way. American cheese on a burger is how it's a smash burger. I don't want no burger that's this big, you can't put it in your mouth. You should be able to do that to your burger, and the juice and the grease and the sauteed onion. If there was one sandwich that, your last sandwich that you could have, because I am a sandwich person. I love hoagies, cheesesteaks. Jesus, if I could do, you can have this sandwich one last time in your life. What would it be?
So, growing up, there was a Muslim bakery. It's a black, like the Nation of Islam had this bakery in Oakland, and they made this fish sandwich that was the most gangster fish sandwich of all times. The bakery is no longer there, I don't think, but it was so good that it was a good 25, 30 minutes from my house. Me and my mom would drive there to go get, sometimes we would get 3, so we have some later. The sandwich was so good.
What was on it, yeah?
It was just like it wasn't really fried fish, but it was a well-seasoned kind of batter, but I don't think they fried it fish. It was whiting, but they had, the special sauce on it. It was just killing. I don't even remember what was on it. So good. Oh, and they had this a little bit of spiciness, it was just killing. I've had dreams about that sandwich.
I was gonna say we got to get into this thread, because if you go up, Miss Shirley said she's never had a cheeseburger before. Wait a minute.
Wait.
You moved, never had a cheeseburger before.
Oh, never had a cheeseburger before. Wow.
Miss Shirley, for real? What you mean?
I need to explain it. I think tomorrow, if not today, is National Cheeseburger Day.
I think you just made that up.
No, I think it's National
I ain't
Cheeseburger.
never seen so many national Q-tip days, national wear your orange hat day. I can't keep up. Is it?
Yeah.
Best National Cheeseburger Day deals.
Yeah.
Man.
I might have to go somewhere right quick and get me a burger.
No.
Tomorrow is National Cheeseburger Day.
How do you know that?
I saw it on something. It was on Instagram, so it must be true. Yeah, National Cheeseburger Day.
So, are you gonna? Do you plan on voting early?
Yeah, yes, that is my plan to vote early. That was great, smooth transition from cheeseburgers to voting.
Yeah, because if I keep talking about cheeseburgers and then we get in there, I'm trying to listen. Siri said on there, look at this. She said, back when I ate the meats, I had a thick cut maple bacon grilled cheese with pesto and tomato, and it slapped.
That sounds like it would be slapping.
Can you just the creative writing and the descriptive writing that you did? Back when I ate the meats, I had a thick cut maple bacon grilled cheese with pesto and tomato.
Yeah.
Do you understand the damage?
Yeah, that's serious. Oh, wait, no.
Girl, I'm gonna have to.
So wait, I got 2 things. First, yes, Nations, but Nations was amazing. That was a place in Oakland, in the Bay Area, but a Giant Burger. Giant Burger. If burgers are sandwiches, that's the spot I took you. Remember, that was the world's best burger.
Really?
In the Bay Area.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Hands down. But hold on. Miss Shirley, you said you never had mac and cheese. So clearly you have some sort of cheese or dairy allergy, because as a Negro.
No. My Nicholas doesn't eat mac and cheese. Our stepson doesn't eat mac and cheese. Y'all, what's some soul food that if they stop making it, you'd be fine with?
Oh, easy.
Wait, let's hear what they say first. What y'all say? If there's some soul food, if you say if they don't ever, never make it again, I'll be all right.
Yeah, and while we're waiting for that, so.
Oh, allergy.
Yeah,
no allergies.
So she just doesn't like cheese.
You know, and you're healthier. I guarantee.
Yeah. I want to say Miss Yeah.
Yeah, she living her life like it's
Like it's
golden.
I think got a sports car and everything.
Absolutely.
Like my mom.
That's
My mom
right.
is 84 and drives a
No
convertible
cheese,
sports car.
no garbage.
Yeah.
Just no garbage. Yeah, so roses to you, Miss Shirley.
Yeah,
That's
for
right.
sure. Exactly.
Monique, no, wait, Kitty, DeBarge 318. Don't y'all say that about chitlins. Don't y'all not gonna do this. Let me tell y'all what y'all not gonna do on here tonight. Y'all not gonna talk bad about the chitlin.
Chitlins is
Bruh.
horrible.
Nah, bruh.
I couldn't think.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Aside from just straight doo-doo itself.
Come on, don't say it like that. You make it sound disgusting. It is a delicacy. It's a delicacy.
No.
It is a delicacy.
Chitlins.
Do you eat kimchi?
I don't.
You be trying stuff.
But that's not even.
It's not that.
The
but
history
the
of
point is,
chitlins. This was chitlins.
No, wait a
Chitlins-
minute. The tone in which you're about to describe this thing is just a little negative.
No.
Just change it because there's something your wife
chitlins
loves.
came from a negative place. Right, we free, Rob. We free. We don't have to eat that. Chitlins came from, what is the worst thing I can feed these niggas? Let's get these niggas the horrible. Here's the doo-doo shoot. Eat the doo-doo shoot. Now, I think what's amazing about us.
Can you pause? Just stop. Just 2 seconds so we all can take that in. Just wait.
What?
Did you say just eat the doo-doo shoot?
Slave owners said, what's the idea? We're going to feed them doo-doo shoot. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that is.
The shit shoot.
Shit shoot. And so I get it. Now, what's so amazing about us, we literally...
Wait a minute.
Hold on, let me just finish what I was saying.
Oxtails, your favorite. I just want to make sure that we're clear. Because oxtails ain't that too far. They swing past the dookie shoot.
Not the same thing. What's amazing about African Americans is we can take something as vile as that and make it edible. With that said, yes. Now check this out. You know what also was a very black thing? Chicken. They fed us chicken. They didn't really eat chicken. They gave us chicken. Chicken wings especially are the parts of the chicken they didn't want. Mm-hmm. And we made that into a whole industry.
We're going to talk again about our blackness.
Oxtails was something that, let them eat the oxtail. We took it and it was so delicious that Miss Ann and Massa and them was coming down trying to, I'd like to try a little bit. See if you can go find some oxtails that's not $30 a pound.
Everything we touch turns to gold.
100%. Now, oxtails,
no, but that's real though. Everything we touch, we figure out how to turn, radishes into roses. Booty tubes. Just leave that there.
Oh,
no, leave
my
that
God.
there. Can we just be ignorant for 2 seconds? Give us some other names.
Chitlins is not even a good name.
Booty tube is amazing. And can you make it so that if we saw the name, we wouldn't eat it? If I saw booty tube on a case, I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't eat it. What's another way you could describe it to as a repellent for people? Booty tube is great. What was you said? Shit shooter?
Shit shooter.
I'm a shit shooter. Shooting up. Booty tubes is wild, isn't it?
Okay, hold on. Here's one right here. Hold on. I got it.
Cabbage?
Well, hold on. I got one here that I'm gonna put it up here is.
Monique.
No greens. Now I would say this.
Wait.
I understand. I like greens, but as a kid I did not like greens. Have a very it's a different kind of strong, sometimes even a little bit aggressive, bitter taste that I can understand how somebody would say, I don't want no greens. Greens also was something that, you eat these weeds over here and we'll feed you that. And we made it so delicious that sometimes when you go to the fancy restaurant, they'll have,
and they're trying to do it, and they're trying to have cornbread and stuff.
Yeah, over a bed of Southern-style collard greens.
But do you see all the other stuff we got
Kale
here?
ain't nothing but greens.
But kale's fantastic. You see what else? Somebody said black-eyed peas.
Yeah, I understand that.
I get it too.
I understand that.
I get it too. Yeah, and I can't stand y'all. If you hog guts, if you put that on the thing,
Right.
if you put hog guts,
Hog guts.
I ain't gonna eat.
Yeah.
If you, Dana win, hey sister.
Yeah.
Shitlins, Ashley Campbell.
That's probably the original name, Shitlins, because I'll never forget. I can't remember.
Ashley for the win. If you put Shitlins on there,
Yep.
I don't know. We still might eat it because we know what it is.
No. So I can't remember whose house it was. It might have been my Aunt Pat's house.
Please, doo-doo slide is good. It's electric.
Doodle. Listen.
We are out of pocket.
No. So yeah, Shitlins is diabolical though.
That's nasty work.
diabolical.
It's literal nasty work.
But I will say this, I can't remember whose. It might have been my Aunt Pat's house. It might have been my Aunt Shirley's house. But on Christmas, we would go to different people's houses, and I remember walking in the house, and there was that smell. I was like, what? Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I can't. It's like, oh no, baby, that's chitlins. And I was like, no, that's boo-boo. Something is not right. Look, it did the thing.
But then you get used to you understand. So look, this is a perfect way to segue to our segue on out because we got.
Right, I know, Rob. We got it control.
Yeah. Our producer just said that we are. So this is a great way to blackity black. We hella black. Blackity black. But wait, while I'm playing this though, first of all, I want to say this before we do anything else. Y'all are so amazing. Tonight has been freaking wonderful.
Absolutely.
And before we go, I want to ask everybody. Well, first of all, we're gonna see y'all next week, certainly. But which character from the Whiz, speaking of blackity blackness, do you identify with the most?
You like those effects?
The lion, because I know he was eating chitlins. With them shoes, with them Maison Margiela shoes. They had them back then with the.
I'm not sure if I'm being swayed because of who played the character, but the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really?
He was looking for courage.
Scarecrow, Brooklyn Kells.
Yeah.
Scarecrow.
Yeah, Scarecrow.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
We've got a problem. Everybody, we've got a problem.
Listen.
Simply complicated.
We're not gonna judge you.
We're not gonna judge you on here tonight.
But what you must do on this evening, we'll be off of here in a few minutes. On this evening, you need to take 90 minutes and watch The Whiz, please.
Because you can't win.
You know what I mean?
If you can't get even.
You end up being a mean old lion.
And you can't get out of the game.
Yeah.
If you.
But it's a piece of
Ashley,
of
too?
black.
Wait a minute. Ashley, please tell me. Oh my God, y'all, we can't take, please don't do this.
You gotta watch The Whiz. It's
black,
a piece of black brilliance.
Black. Who? Keep talking, baby. I'm a blackity black. We gotta get them together.
Yeah,
Come on.
you guys gotta watch The Whiz, and it is it's a piece of black brilliance.
Oh God! Oh,
Whoa! Wait a minute. No, a tea. Yeah. Listen.
God, we come to you right now.
Mitchie, how old are you, Mitchie?
I hope you
Am I saying that right?
You might not be saying that right.
Okay.
That brought me out of my prayer. I was having a.
We're not gonna judge you. We're not gonna judge you, but I will submit to you that was a piece of black.
That's worse than eating chitlins, y'all.
Brilliance.
Well,
let me just ask you, which one came first?
Huh?
Did the movie come first, or did the Broadway play come first? Broadway musical.
No, the movie came first.
The musical was first.
The movie.
Yes.
The Whiz.
The Whiz.
The Whiz movie, and then
was
they
first,
did.
and then
they did that.
Just a piece of black brilliance, and
then Stephanie Mills, when she was a young girl, she
Right.
played. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Michael Jackson is in it. Just because Michael Jackson is in it, you can watch it. You know, Richard Pryor, Nipsey Russell.
Look at Johnny. The machines at the subway. Y'all, okay, since she hasn't said, y'all, just name I love how Johnny's doing it. Name some amazing things that she's got to see that she's gonna love. You're gonna love, to me, I think you're gonna love when, this is with me and Jelly Bean, our favorite part of the movie is when the lion is introduced.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And it is good, is the boom, you can say what you want. Cause I'm a mean old lion. Those are the horns.
Nice.
You know how the horns are.
Nice. You Can't Win. The You Can't Win sequence is called. It's so many. The
Mabel King. Listen.
Yeah, Mabel King.
She,
yes. When the Whiz was changing the colors.
Wait. Green, gold, or red, y'all.
Oh yeah,
green, gold, or red. Which one?
Oh.
Green, gold, or okay. So listen.
Go.
In honor of our Blackity Blackness, and wait before you say that, and because we got some folk that we gotta help.
Yeah.
Let's have a Whiz night, and we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about this stuff. We're gonna listen. Can we listen? But we just have to talk about lyrics and stuff like that.
We have to figure out how to do that. We should have a Whiz watch party. Yeah, definitely gold and gold.
Gold to gold. You got to be seen in green. You want to be
Right. You got to be seen in green. Also, Rob said it when what's her name? Sang the.
What you talking about? When Luther did, can you feel? It is just absolutely.
Don't lose that feeling.
Don't lose the feeling.
Yeah.
That we have.
Yeah.
Can I talk
and
about
what
would I do? Oh!
Come on,
Can I talk
man.
about our just quickly and because we're gonna get off the breadth of our creativity, our being. If there was a movie that showed it, the tenderness in which, if we can talk about Quincy Jones for a second, the way the musical education that you get, he is both heady and soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he is able to give it, when you listen to the arrangements, the deliveries, all the musicians that are chosen, the all of that, and then you listen to the soul. I'm telling you, say it again.
Can I make one correction though?
What?
You said both heady and soul, as to say that soul is not heady.
No, but that's precisely why I made the point.
Okay.
Because so many times.
I think he's just soul.
No, listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to now, come on now. Because there's a way that you can just be soul, and it's just soul. Just like chitlins. Chitlins might just be, that's just soul, that's just butt boongie. But there is a way, you can't.
I hear what you're saying. It's just the subtext is.
No, you're reading that into that.
Okay,
Don't do that.
No. I think we've been conditioned to think a certain way. We've been conditioned to think that if someone can just naturally sing, and someone's been to conservatory, that they,
That's
you know
not.
what I mean?
That's
that
not
somehow,
what.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't read
No.
music.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about him reading music.
I know.
I didn't say anything. Now, let's finish this conversation because this is really good, and we'll talk about those differences and how because I exist in both and always have, right?
Yeah.
So we can get it. This is great. We're not gonna start that at 9:04, but this is good. We're gonna pick that up.
Yeah.
Soul head, okay?
What? Did you get tight on me? Did you? I'm sorry.
No. I didn't get tight.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? Blackity black.
Oh, look, it did it again.
Black. I hope y'all have had an amazing time with us tonight. As we always have a great time with y'all. Simply Complicated. We love you. And Quincy, since you love Quincy, you got to watch it.
Yeah, you got to watch it. There's a thing. Well, I don't want to give it away, but there's a point.
It's not, yeah. But we will expound on what we were talking about. What he was messing next week, but because I think it's a great thing, a great deep dive. Would you say, Rob? That's a great. Miss One, sweet thing. Let me tell you about the world and the way things are. Did it. Miss One. Oh my God, I want to be Miss One. I'm gonna be Miss One for you tonight.
Hey. All right, folks, got to roll.
That is, y'all. Good night. We're gonna see y'all next Tuesday, same time, same place. Listen. So glad to know you. Are you glad to know me?
I'm super glad to know you. Speaking of which, have you checked out So Glad to Know You, the
musical web series?
The musical web series.
Have you checked out the album? Y'all, did we tell you, we weren't with you last week. So the first week we did Spotify, it was a million streams.
Y'all did that.
Y'all did that. That's a huge deal for us. Tell somebody. We trying to...
Yeah.
We trying to do stuff, so tell somebody about it.
And if you haven't, I think most of you are probably already on, but please shoot us a quick text at 404-737-0358. We are a small black business.
Yes.
Well, our accountants say we're not that small, but we're...
Is that another blessing?
Yeah. Hey, come on.
That's an ugly shout.
Yeah. That's a that damn shout. But yeah, our accountant said, stop saying you're a small business. You're bigger. You're probably in the top 10% of businesses in terms of size in the United States. You know, in terms of
so with that being said,
all that said, please support us. Please send us a text message to 404-737-0358. This is how we're moving towards staying in contact with you. We've been using social media, and we will continue to do that, but we're trying to have our own direct connection. We don't want to rent our relationship with you. We want to own it. So,
I love you, Kitty.
Yeah. So if you would, just make sure you send us a text at 404-737-0358.
And y'all remember to keep shining and be reminded that your shine is big. Ain't it? You got a big shine, Dave?
Yeah, it's like a laser. This is how my shine looks. I'll show you my shine is like a laser beam. My shine is like that.
You need to be careful with those because you can give somebody. As a baby, I was epileptic, so they had to watch.
Yeah, they couldn't do that.
They couldn't do that because I'd be out.
Yeah, we don't want that. But at any rate, love y'all. See you next week. Please shoot us a text. Holler at us.
And you know what? And might I add, we appreciate and love when y'all let us know when y'all get y'all's birthday text. That means a lot because we be thinking about y'all. We appreciate y'all. And yeah, shine no matter what, Cash.
Yeah, come on.
I'm shine no matter what. See y'all next week. Why you gotta make church? I'm shine no matter what.
That's the offering song.
I got a big shine. I'm shine no matter what.